station where time stood still in hesitation. Reflections dancing in the glass of moments we could never grasp. Your code was red, your smile unsure, a fragile heart I couldn't cure. The train arrived and you just stared, then turned away like you were scared. I thought we'd leave hand in hand, but love slipped out like desert sand. Mirror station where we paused, a perfect scene forever lost. I see us there in silver haze, two shadows caught in frozen days. You said nothing, but I knew. The train left, but so did you. Now I return to watch the rain. It draws your name against the pain. The schedule's faded on the wall, but I still come when twilight calls. They say the past can't be relieved, but in this place I still forgive. I search the crowd for something real, but all I touch is what I feel. I stand alone beneath the light. Your ghost steps through the neon night. Mirror station where we paused, a perfect scene forever lost. I see us there in silver haze, two shadows caught in frozen days. You said nothing, but I knew. The train left, but so did you. Train is gone, love is too. Still I wait, still I do. Mirror station, hearts rewind, but I can't change what's left behind. If you return, I'll be right here among the lights and disappear. Some goodbyes don't sound like pain, they echo soft like midnight rain. The train left, but so did you. Mirror station still feels true. I saw your coat in the carousel, felt the rush I used to know so well. Your scent still caught in winter air, but when I turned, you weren't there. We kissed beneath the amber your sky. Now it fades and I don't know why. The golden hours that we claimed are just reflections with no name. You said the light would guide us home, but now I walk this path alone. I'm chasing amber through the night, falling stars and borrowed light. Your shadow moves but never stays. It disappears in morning haze. You were fire I couldn't keep. Now I dream you in my sleep. I found a note you wrote in June, folded quiet like a tune. You said some loves are meant to go, but I still dance with your shadow. I passed the cafe where we met. Every table holds regret. The jukebox hums our melody, but it's only singing back to me. I tried to hold the color fast, but amber turns to gray too fast. I'm chasing amber through the night, falling stars and borrowed light. Your shadow moves but never stays. It disappears in morning haze. You were fire I couldn't keep. Now I dream you in my I'm chasing amber every mile, still searching through your faded smile. Though time rewinds in passing cars, you remain in glowing scars. You were warmth, the dying deep. Now I only chase in sleep. Still chasing, still chasing. Still chasing. I walked into that quiet room where echoes sleep and shadows bloom. A chair still sways beneath the light. You were just there. Now of sight. The clock ticks off but won't advance, like time itself forgot to dance. I watch the door that never moves, still hearing steps in phantom grooves. You left without a final word, but silence is the loudest heard. In the waiting room of stars, I still sit beneath your scars. Each night a call I can't receive, each breath a reason not to leave. You were my wish, my midnight sky. Now I just ask the stars why. The magazines are still the same, your lipstick mark still spells my name. The ceiling flickers soft and slow, like all the things I'll never know. You said just wait, I won't be long, but time has proved that promise wrong. Still every star that falls tonight feels like your hand slipped out of sight. I trace your name upon the chair and find you're somehow everywhere. In the waiting room of stars, I still sit beneath your scars. Each night a call I can't receive, each breath a reason not to leave. You were my wish, my midnight sky. Now I just ask the stars why. In the waiting room of stars, love still echoes from afar. Though the night has closed its door, I keep hoping for something more. If you're out there, hear this tune. I'll be waiting past the moon. I'll be waiting past the moon. In the stars, in this room. You walked away without a sound. The night collapsed, no one around. I chased your steps down neon lines, but love got lost between the signs. You wore your coat, the one I chose, the kind that knew how silence grows. I called your name into the breeze, but all that came was memories. You said goodbye with just your eyes. Now every turn's a compromise. On this dimming boulevard, I'm driving slow through every scar. The headlights blur where we once kissed. Now you're a ghost I can't left your record on the floor. Side B still spinning by the door. Your coat still hangs behind the chair, like you could walk in unaware. The needle hums a ghost of sound, each note a tear that pulls me down. I press replay, but you're not there. Just the love that lingers in the air. We played our hearts in stereo, but only silence answers now. You're the last final that I play, worn and faded night and day. You crackle through my memory, a broken song that won't let me be. I spin the pain, I feel it true. This record always ends with you. Your laugh still lives between the tracks, a harmony I can't bring back. I whisper through the static sound to find the love that spun around. You drop the needle, dance so slow. Now every groove just lets me know the love like vinyl wears away, but hearts remember what won't stay. We pressed our story deep and wide. Now all that's left is the other side. You're the last final that I play, worn and faded night and day. You crackle through my memory, a broken song that won't let me be. I spin the pain, I feel it true. This record always ends with you. You're the last final, sweet and torn, still turning where our love was born. No digital can hold the sound of hearts that played and lost their ground. Though you're gone, I still press through. This record always ends with you. My last final, always you. You gave me stars on borrowed nights, a sky that wasn't really mine. You kissed me like a song on loan and left me dancing all alone. I wore your sweater like a vow. It smelled like fire, I feel it now. You said forever calm and clear, but borrowed love can disappear. I held you close but not too tight. You were just passing through the night. You're my With every promise second hand, still I believed in every kiss. Even borrowed love feels like bliss. You gave just enough to dream, but never more than in between. You're my borrowed blue, my quiet flame, a love that never took my name. You stayed until the morning call, then left me with the rise and fall. You were here, but never true, and still I miss my borrowed blue. You're my borrowed blue, gone too soon, like the echo of a hidden tune. No story wrote us on the page, but I still feel you in this cage. You were here, if just a hue, and I still ache for borrowed blue. Borrowed blue, never knew, but still it colored me and you. Borrowed blue, must be one new, but still it colored me and you. Borrowed blue, never knew, but still it colored me and you. You painted sunsets in my sky, then vanished as the colors died. Your voice a breeze that passed me by, still whispering, I don't know why. I wore your love like Sunday rain, gentle, quiet, laced with pain. But every shade you gave to me now fades into this memory. You left no trace, no thread to hold, but lavender turns bright to cold. Lavender fade, the sky turns pale, like your touch behind the veil. I reach for you and dream like light, but you dissolve into the night. You were soft, but not to stay, just a hue that slipped away. I keep the scarf you wore that day, still smells like spring, still won't obey. The scent returns in distant rain, then disappears like you again. fade. Lavender fade, the sky turns pale like your touch behind the veil. I reach for you and dream like light, but you dissolve into the night. You were soft, but not to stay, just a hue that slipped away. Left a message on the wall, a song that played before the fall. Your words are etched in minor key, still haunting every part of me. A photograph I can't erase, your smile stuck in timeless place. I walk through rooms we used to share, but find your silence everywhere. You faded like a final note, still wrapped around the lines you wrote. You're my echo frame, still speaking low in every light, in every glow. I hear you in the quiet rain, a voice that calls then fades again. You were the sound I never tamed, still trapped inside this echo frame. The records spin, the candles burn, but nothing helps the tide return. Your coat still swings on hallway doors, like rhythm I can't feel no more. Your ghost leans soft against the glass. I see you every time I pass. The mirror hums your favorite line, a harmony outside of time. You said goodbye with melody, found your voice beneath the sky, a whisper trailing long goodbye. You were the north I couldn't steer, a fading light that felt so near. The nights we spent in comet trails now drift through me in stardust veils. I count the stars you used to name, but none of them still shine the same. We were orbit, we were flame. Now I just trace your sacred name. You're my celestial thread in time, still tied between your heart and mine. I reach for you in cosmic dreams when nothing's ever what it seems. You were light, I was the line, still spinning through your old design. You spoke of love in moonlit coves, but left me lost in silent modes. Your echo fills the galaxy, a verse the stars won't sing to me. The telescope won't bring you back, but still I stare into the black and wonder if you see me too. A signal drifting back to you. We burn too bright, too fast, too soon. Now I just hum a distant tune. You're my celestial thread in time, still tied between your heart and mine. I reach for you in cosmic dreams when nothing's ever what it seems. You were light, I was the line, still spinning through your old design. Through space we thread. Still link the words are dead. You're my celestial thread divine, still haunting every lullaby. Though you're a star I cannot hold, you shape my soul in threads of gold. I float in you, I won't forget a love that lives in silhouette. Still you glow, still we spin. Still you glow, still we spin. Celestial thread never ends. You left me at the night hums and streetlights shine. Your words were soft, your eyes were gray, like skies that never meant to stay. We didn't shout, we didn't fight, just let the silence steal the night. But even calm can hurt like fire when love walks out in quiet attire. You faded out like radio, still playing songs I'll never know. You're my neon goodbye, still burning slow, a fading line in undertow. You touched my hand then disappeared, but left your echo in my ear. You were brief, you were bright, now you're just city light. I take the same train every week, past places where we used to speak. The coffee shop, the shadow bench, now hold your ghost in every inch. You smiled and said we'll both be fine, but broke us on that yellow line. Now every cab that passes near feels like it's chasing yesteryear. Your voice still hums beneath my song, the words where I pretend I'm strong. You're my neon goodbye, still burning slow, a part of me that won't let go. You kissed me like a final frame, then vanished with the midnight rain. You were flash, you were flight, now you're just city light. Goodbye in glow, but not in heart, still glowing where we fell apart. You're my neon goodbye, my silent flame, still lighting up your broken name. Though love is gone, you left behind a glow in us in exit line. I'll still walk where we stood by, forever caught in neon goodbye. Neon goodbye, still burning, still mine. Goodbye. You built a sky with cardboard stars, hung it high above our scars. We danced beneath it every night, pretending wrong could feel like right. Our world was small but full of light, afraid fragile stage in black and white, but dreams don't last on thread and glue. And you knew that before I knew. Your smile was drawn in colored pen, but washed away like back then. You're my cardboard sky, soft and torn, a fragile love that felt newborn. You taped the moon up just for me, but left before the end of scene. I look up still, and I don't lie. I miss your stars in cardboard sky. You wrote our names on silver foil, then vanished when the lights uncoiled. I sit among the empty set, still holding on to your silhouette. We built a stage, we played the part, but paper can't protect a heart. Now I rehearse our final scene in echoes lost on dim-lit screens. You whisper dreams in glitter glue, but glitter fades, and so did you. You're my cardboard sky, soft and torn, a fragile love that felt newborn. You taped the moon up just for me, but left before the end of scene. I look up still, and I don't lie. I miss your stars in cardboard fade to gray. You slipped away. You're my cardboard sky, still I stare at what we built from make-believe air. Though time has crumpled what we made, I walk beneath the stars we played. You were real, though we asked why. You were my love, my cardboard sky. My cardboard You crossed an ocean I can't swim, but I still wait along the rim. You stood on shores I'll never reach, spoke in tides but not in speech. You waved a goodbye I barely caught, and left me drifting in my thoughts. The lighthouse dimmed, the skies grew wide, but I stayed moored where love had died. Your letters came like ocean foam, here then gone, and still alone. Each one flickers with your flame. The wind still sings in lullabies, but none can meet your silent eyes. A message in a bottle flows. I read your lines, I feel your ghost. You love me like the sea loves sand, close enough but not to stand. You let me go, then held the sky. Now I just watch but don't ask why. You're my glass Atlantic, calm and deep, where echoes of our promise sleep. I dive into the waves we made, but all I find are words you gave. You left, but I still roam in tides that never bring you home. Tides that call, never fall. Still I dream through it all. You're my glass Atlantic, clear and wide. Love that sank with every tide. I try to reach your fading shore, but you're not there, not anymore. Still I float and still I ache for waves that broke but never wake. Tides Atlantic, still I break, still I You sent your heart through violet wire, lit up my world with old desires. I felt your touch through flashing light, a digital kind of midnight. You typed I'm here, then pulled away, left me rewinding what you'd say. Your signal strong, then disappeared. Now silence is all I fear. I held on to your phantom code, but even dreams have upload modes. You're my violet wires, frayed and blue, a spark I thought was pulling through. We danced in pixel shades and glow. Then you unplugged and I don't know how love can fade behind a screen, but I still feel where you had been. You left your echo in the stream, a trace of love, a ghosted dream. I saved your file in my mind, but hearts don't work in archive time. I sent you songs we used to play, but they bounced back and lost their way. I built a world where you belong. touch my soul with ones and zeros, but ghosts don't stay, they're not our heroes. Still I wait through static cries for your love and violet wires. We filmed our love in faded frames, where time was slow and nothing changed. You smiled beneath the summer light. Now it flickers in black and white. You traced my name on dusty glass. We laughed as all the moments passed. The tapes rewind and hearts don't freeze. Your touch now lost in memories. We danced inside a static haze, a perfect love in broken place. You whispered lines I still recall, though now they crack and sometimes stall. The tracking shakes, the color bleeds, but I hold tight to what it means. notes left lingering, slightly bent. Your words were chords I tried to play, but some keys never sound the same. I held your voice in ivory lines, a fragile tune lost in the times. You said that love was like a song, but never played it very long. You inked a promise bold and bright, but faded in the morning light. You're my ink and ivory refrain, a ballad soft with sweet slow pain. You touched my hands, then played your part, but never stayed to hear my heart. Now silence sings the rest of me, still echoing your melody. I kept the sheet where you first wrote, the line where hope began to float. But halfway through, your hand grew thin, and love got lost between the din. I play the notes we never learned, the bridge where everything had turned. You left your verse in quiet space, now all I feel is empty grace. The final bar